life is about taking away decision making, because there are so many things that you can do with your life. It was so much easier many, many years ago because you didn't have the internet, you didn't have YouTube, you couldn't do or have all the opportunities that you have now. But you can't do everything. So just focus on one or two things, pick them and go with them. If you, as I said, if you get halfway down the line and you find out that they're not for you, then just go on to something else. Jamie's in the house, and how are you? Hopefully you can hear me all well. And I've got another special live stream today, which I'm going to be talking about something that I was speaking about over the weekend, and something that I want to elaborate on a little bit more, because the post that I put out there was just a little bit of humor, which then can be expanded into a lot, and I'll explain what I'm talking about. I did a bit of a funny post, well, at least I thought it was funny. And I was talking about when you're dead, you can't feel pain. It's those close to you that feel pain. The same thing applies when you sell ketones on social media. And of course, a lot of people found that funny. I found it very, very funny. The only people that didn't find that funny, ladies and gents, was people who sell ketones on social media. And of course, if you do sell something on social media, then of course you're going to be triggered by that. Because, you know, you are telling people to buy something and then I'm telling you not to. So there is always going to be a bit of a commotion about that. And I'm not a confrontational person, ladies and gents. You know, I very much talk about mindset. A lot of the things that I talk about are very value added. So they're not really argumentative. They're not meant to be polarizing or controversial. But, and I'm going to add a but, my job, my reason for getting up each and every day is to help people get healthier, happier, fitter, and stronger. And I would add to that if I can find a way of saving people some money, some time, and certain elements of pain, then you're damn straight that I'm going to talk about it. Now, I didn't really realize that this was a big issue, people selling ketones on social media. But it turns out it is. The way that people are selling these things and the way that they are marketed. And for those of you who are like, Jamie, what on earth are ketones? I don't want to get too much into the science of it. But one of the things that a lot of people are promoting at the moment are what's called exogenous ketones. Now, it's basically taking these things that apparently help you get into a state of ketosis, wait for it, without cutting too many carbohydrates. Now, firstly, that's absurd. Secondly, the reasoning behind this, I don't actually understand why you would buy these things. Thirdly, a lot of people are saying, oh, they give you extra energy in that, which is, once again, absurd because of the price of them, etc., etc., etc. And of course, a lot of people get triggered when I say this because they're selling it. And it's funny that the only people that defend that you should buy ketones are the people that are selling it. So what I want to kind of start with on this live stream is 5 things. In fact, 5 reasons why you should never, ever, ever buy ketones. And we'll start, ladies and gents, because I've written a list down here with number 1. And number 1 is something that I found whilst doing my research, and it is basically an Ftc warning. And the company in question is one that everybody is promoting at the moment with these ridiculous ketones, and it's Prove It. Okay? They can't prove anything, unfortunately, but I will tell you now, because I'm just reading it. On April the 24th, 2020, the Federal Trade Commission in the US, FTC, sent multi-level marketing company Prove It Ventures a warning letter regarding health and earnings claims related to coronavirus. The FTC's letter tells the company to immediately stop their distributors from telling people that they're likely to get rich by investing in the business. So it's not about ketones, it's about getting them to sell them as well. because what happens is you start at the top, you get 2 of your friends to sell it, then you get more friends to sell it, then more friends to sell it, and it kind of looks like some triangle. One could even say a pyramid. Anyway, they also demand the company immediately stop all claims that their products can treat or prevent COVID-19. So there is actually people out there telling people to buy these supplements because it will help cure coronavirus. There's so many alarm bells that scream with this. Firstly, the whole triangle thing that I spoke about. Secondly, wonderful magical elixirs that apparently do these things which they don't. And thirdly, you know, why? What? Why would you take these things? Why? Number 2, reasons why you should never take these is the price, ladies and gents. If you've been following my Instagram, you will see the price. If you want to do the 10-day challenge pack, ladies and gents, it's £99. Just to let you know, my 6-week challenge that doesn't get you to cancel out your carbohydrates, that doesn't make you buy expensive supplements, is only £79, and that is for 6 weeks. 6 weeks of education, nutrition, training programs, nutritional advice, support, check-ins, £79. So for an extra 20 quid, you can buy a 10-pack of these sachets that's going to set you back £100. If you want to go a little bit more extreme, you can buy 20 sachets of this shit. Okay, if you want to buy 20 sachets, so that was probably going to last you 20 days, not even a month. That's going to set you back £127.51. And if you are a complete and utter, like, I don't know, I don't know what the word is for this, but I'm going to have to expand this just to equate. If you really want maximum effect of this crap, you can have the Brand Builder Pack Max, which, wait for it, ladies and gents, was £1,275 and is now only £977.92. And yes, people are actually selling these things. Buy 6 packets of this shit for nearly £1,000. No wonder people are starting their own businesses for 2 reasons. 1, they can't afford to take them themselves. And 2, if they sell them, they'll make lots of money so they can afford to use it for themselves. So number 2, one of the biggest reasons not to buy these is because you will lose a lot of weight, but the only reason that you'll lose a lot of weight is because you've spent all your money on these things and now you can't afford food. That's the only way that you'll lose weight, because you'll be in such a calorie deficit because you can't afford your shopping. So, Jesus Christ. So number 2 of my 5 reasons not to buy ketones is the price. They're the most expensive supplement I've ever seen. One of the arguments for a lot of people go, well, it's been Navy SEALs take it. Hang on a minute. Navy SEALs take it. Do you mean those super fit elite soldiers whose nutrition and training are on point because they're the most elite soldiers in the world? How is that going to help Susan, 43, from Kent, who has a massive banner on her wall, live, laugh, love? Okay? She just wants to lose a bit of weight. Does she need to spend money on these things? No. Is it going to get her extra energy? No. It's not. So number 2, the price. Number 3, okay, the evidence. So this is what some people will come, that actually came at me this weekend. Do you know the science behind ketones? And my response to that was nothing. One of my main responses was nothing, because it's Saturday, I'm spending time with my kids. I did a funny post, and I really haven't got the time, nor do I want to spend the time explaining the science behind ketones, or actually consuming exogenous ketones. Because most of the people that are arguing, they don't have the science. They don't look at research papers. I do, though. So I think two of the main reasons that people say that you have ketones or exogenous ketones are for better performance and better brain functioning. And I've got to thank a really great guy, Menno Henselmans, for these two, because he pulled these evidence papers up. Better performance. There was a 2017 study saying exogenous ketone supplementation didn't improve endurance cycling performance. It actually significantly impaired performance in professional cyclists compared to a placebo. So actually, a placebo is something that is obviously fake, not real, that they gave to somebody. And then they gave these professional sportsmen the ketones. And what they found was the placebo worked better, and that was free. So you're better off not if you want to improve your cycling or performance, don't take anything, basically what this study says. There was also a study about better brain functioning for ketones. It was a 2018 study, found that exogenous ketone supplementation did not improve cognition in students. So it doesn't improve brain functioning, it doesn't improve performance. Why would you take them? I have been doing some research though, ladies and gents, and I have come across a supplement that is free, completely free, and if you take it daily, it gives you these magical things. And this is true. So if you take this supplement every single day, here's what. It will help you reduce weight gain and obesity. It will help you eat fewer calories. It helps increase concentration and productivity. It helps maximize athletic performance. It helps reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke. It helps improve immune function. And it helps reduce inflammation. And this supplement, ladies and gents, is completely free. Do you know what it is? It's sleep. Oh, yes, it's sleep. And a lot of people go, oh, yeah, of course. So if you get enough sleep, it will help you reduce weight gain and obesity. It will help you eat fewer calories. It helps increase concentration and productivity, helps maximize athletic performance, reduce your risk of heart disease, helps improve immune function, and helps reduce inflammation. Now, one thing that I do want to add, ladies and gents, is some statistics on sleep in the UK. 67% of UK adults suffer from disrupted sleep. That's 16 million people in the UK have disrupted sleep. 23% of adults in the UK manage no more than 5 hours a night, which is recommended 7 to 8. And 48% of UK adults admit that they don't get enough sleep. So one thing that I would recommend before spending money on anything to help improve inflammation, help reduce your weight, help increase your productivity, just focus on getting more sleep. And that's free. That's free advice. You haven't got to spend £997 on 6 packets for that. Common sense isn't common practice, ladies and gents, and one of the best supplements that you can give to yourself is an early night. And actually focusing and spending 2021 on your sleeping patterns and improving them. I was that statistic of only getting 5 hours sleep 2 years ago. This year, I'm making it my mission to make sure that I'm getting at least 8 hours sleep. And do you know what? I feel fantastic. Is it perfect sleep? No. I have a near on 18, 19-month-old son that literally comes into my room at 2 o'clock in the morning and headbutts me and gives me disturbed sleep patterns. But I go to bed earlier. I aim to get in bed for like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I'm up at about 6. And I feel great from doing that. It's not easy, but it's free and it's cheap. And you don't need to spend 127 quid on it. So focus on sleep. Sleep, nutrition, and exercise are 3 of the best magical pills that you can give yourself that will get you healthier, happier, fitter and stronger. And if somebody is not recommending that you do that first before going down any route of anything else, then that's just crazy. You know, if you are massively tired, if your nutrition's not in order and you're not exercising, why on earth would you buy ketones? What are they going to do if you haven't solved those 3 things? It's just crazy. And also number 4, I'll just say, the people that promote these things, also sell them. Why? Because of the little triangle thing. So 5 reasons why you should never take ketones. FTC warning letters, the price, okay, the evidence, there's none, and the people that promote them also sell them. But always be wary of someone who's promising the world and also selling it to you as well. So, ladies and gents, hopefully that answered your questions on should I or shouldn't I consume ketones or buy them. And if you can buy them, Jesus Christ, you must be earning very, very well to be able to afford 20 sachets of something for £125 that you don't actually need. Anyway, ladies and gents, hopefully that was informative for you. And if you have anybody at all that is promoting these things, share this video to them, and of course, guide them towards this. So on to Netflix. What has Netflix got to do about Fad Diets? This is more of a mindset one, so we'll get off the triggery keto stuff now, and we'll focus on mindset stuff. Somebody asked me a question this weekend, and they said, I'm not sure what I want to do with my life. I'm not sure where I want to go and what I want to do. And my response to that was, just pick something. And that sounds like simple advice, but it is. And one of the main reasons being is very much like Netflix. You go onto Netflix and you don't know what you want to watch. And the answer to that is just pick something. One of the main reasons that you don't pick something is that you're worried that you might make the wrong decision. And this is very much like life decisions, because being worried about making the wrong decision stops you from making the right decision, or it stops you from making any decision. And it's okay to go down the wrong path. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to make fuck-ups. Just as much as when you pick something on Netflix and get 15 minutes in, if it's shit, you just turn it off. Simple as that. And then you find something else. And this will actually save you time. Because let's just say, for example, that you've wasted 20 to 25 minutes looking through the massive database of Netflix, deciding to pick something. If you just pick something and you got 10 minutes in and it was shit, then you've actually saved yourself 15 minutes. And actually now you've got a better understanding of what you don't want to watch. So let's get back to life, shall we? Ask yourself, are you doing what you wanted to do with your life maybe 10 years ago? And most people aren't. When I left the army 2009, so a while ago, and I got into computer networking. And one of the main reasons that I got into computer networking was because there was a nice salary. So I decided to chase the money, because I thought if I was qualified in network and Cisco certified network engineer, then I'll get paid a certain amount of money. There was only one problem. I didn't really enjoy network topologies. I wasn't very good at it. And how can I be good at something that I don't enjoy doing? And then, of course, I went down the personal trainer route and loved it, absolutely loved it, and I've had a lot of success with it. So it's okay to make the wrong decision. It's okay to pick something and change your mind, because this is how we learn. This is how we grow. But the only way that we can do this is just by making a decision. It's, when you are unsure what to do, sometimes it's just focusing on something that doesn't, pain you to do, and just do it. Just go and do it. Go all in on it. And the only way that you're going to know if it works or not is if you go all in on it. So life is about taking away decision making, because there are so many things that you can do with your life. It was so much easier many, many years ago because you didn't have the internet, you didn't have YouTube, you couldn't do or have all the opportunities that you have now. But you can't do everything. So just focus on one or two things, pick them and go with them. If you get halfway down the line and you find out that they're not for you, then just go on to something else. And this is how you really find your passion. This is how you really find something that you're good at. Because some things will be a lot more difficult than others. Some things you'll naturally want to talk about and gravitate to, and other things that you won't. And we all like different things. So sometimes listening to what other people are telling you what to do and what not to do is terrible advice, because they found what they wanted to do. Now it's time for you to find yours. And most of the time when you speak to these people who have found something that they want to do with their life, it has come from that third or fourth or fifth choice that they made. And they had to go through the 3 or 4 things to find out that's not what they wanted to do. So my answer to you of finding your passion, finding the thing that you want to do with your life, is just pick something. Because if it's the wrong decision, at least you'll know the things that you don't want to do with your life. So hopefully that helps, ladies and gents. And yeah, short and sharp on today's episode. I said I wanted to kind of clear the air with more nutrition-based stuff, because nutrition is simple and complex at the same time. As a professional and as somebody who cares about your health and wellness, it would be morally wrong for me to make you head on over to my website and spend ridiculous sums of money on something that you don't need. That's crazy. However, I will tell you many things that most people do need. And most of those things you don't have to pay money for. They're very difficult to do. It's very difficult to keep up a consistent training program. It's incredibly difficult to have a good sleep routine. It's incredibly difficult to understand and implement good nutritional habits. But it's not impossible. And it just takes time, belief in yourself, and patience. Because there is no magical elixir that you can take that's going to solve your problems. A lot of our problems we need to solve for ourselves. A lot of it comes to some deep thoughts, to being aware of the habits that are negative in our lives and making the necessary steps to change them. Some of the most difficult things to do, but also some of the things that do not cost any money whatsoever. So, ladies and gents, that is it for me. Hope you have a fantastic week, and I will be catching up with you throughout this week too. Ladies and gents, thank you ever so much for tuning in, and I will speak to you soon. Adios, amigos.